Two friends, Liam and Noah, loved exploring, always seeking adventure. They had a knack for finding the most intriguing and offbeat places where few dared to venture.
One Saturday, they set off for Silent Hollow. The name itself was enough to spark their curiosity. They had heard whispers about this place, a town that had been abandoned for decades. A ghost town, forgotten by time. The buildings stood as silent witnesses to a past long gone. Shadows seemed to dance in the corners of their vision.
Liam, ever the optimist, hummed to the radio. His cheerful demeanor was infectious, but the air felt heavy, as if the town itself was watching.
Noah, more cautious, felt a shiver down his spine as they entered the town. The eerie silence made him uneasy. He couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The silence was unnerving, broken only by the rustling of the wind which seemed to whisper secrets of the past.
Rows of empty houses lined the street, each one a relic of a time when the town was alive. Now, they stood like tombstones in a graveyard. Windows stared like vacant eyes. They seemed to follow the friends as they walked, as if the town itself was alive and watching. A faded sign creaked in the breeze, its weathered letters barely readable, whispering tales of the town's dark history. Silent Hollow, it read, population 0. The sign stood as a stark reminder of the town's desolation, a chilling testament to its haunted past. They parked near a crumbling, ancient church, its presence foreboding. Its steeple, like a skeletal finger, pointed towards the overcast sky, as if warning them away. Inside, hymnals lay open, untouched for decades. Dust caked the pews, and an eerie silence filled the air. The air was thick with the scent of mold and decay, mingled with something darker.
As Noah took photos, he heard something, a faint, chilling whisper. He turned, but Liam was outside. The whisper seemed to come from the walls themselves. Just the wind, Noah muttered, his unease growing as the whispers continued.
They wandered through the town, the oppressive silence weighing heavily on them. Each building echoed with emptiness, yet felt alive with unseen eyes watching. Or so it seemed. In the stillness, every creak of wood, every rustle of leaves, sounded like footsteps following them. Shadows danced, playing tricks on their minds, morphing into sinister shapes. Time seemed to stretch, each second an eternity, as if the town itself was holding them captive. Deeper into the town, the air grew colder. A thick fog began to roll in, obscuring the already faint light. Panic flickered at the edges of Liam's cheer. The once familiar streets now seemed foreign and unwelcoming, each shadow hiding potential threats. The silence was deafening, broken only by the distant, unsettling sound of footsteps.
Inside an old house, they found a child's room. A rocking horse swayed gently despite there being no breeze. The room was filled with dust and cobwebs, as if it had been untouched for years. A cracked doll sat in the corner, its eyes seemingly following their every move.
Noah felt a cold hand on his shoulder. He spun around. Nobody. His heart raced as he scanned the area, trying to make sense of what he felt. In the distance, a shadowy figure lurked, watching.
"This isn't right," Noah said, his voice tight. He could feel the weight of the situation pressing down on him. His eyes darted around, searching for any sign of what was out there.
The fog pressed against the windows, like something trying to get in. It was thick and relentless, creating an almost suffocating barrier between them and the outside world. Suddenly, a handprint appeared on the glass, sending chills down their spines. They sprinted back to the car, each step echoing in the oppressive silence. The night was unnaturally quiet, amplifying their frantic breaths and the crunch of gravel underfoot. As they fumbled with the keys, Noah glanced back at the house. His hands trembled violently, making it nearly impossible to unlock the car. A figure stood in the window, watching. Its presence was unmistakable. A dark silhouette against the dimly lit room, sending a chill down Noah's spine.
The engine roared to life, shattering the eerie silence. The sound was a brief comfort, a promise of escape from the looming terror. They sped out of Silent Hollow, the fog chasing them like a living entity. The dense mist seemed almost alive, swirling and closing in behind them. The face in the window seared into Noah's memory. It was a haunting image, one that he couldn't shake off, no matter how hard he tried.
Later, looking at the photos, Noah saw something chilling. His heart raced as he flipped through the images, each one more unsettling than the last. In the reflection of the church window, it wasn't his face staring back. The realization hit him like a cold wave, freezing him in place. It was the face from the window, and it was smiling. That sinister smile sent shivers down his spine, a chilling reminder of the horror